Okay, we have more tutorial talk for those of you who are updating the NBA or college basketball specifically is what this video is going to be about. The algorithm. Here's a bigger day today, and even though I'm not betting anymore, I've decided to take one for the team, and my New Year's resolution. We're starting early. Is to never make a bet on sports again, and which is like, what can is all you do like sports algorithms? The answer is not all I do is sports algorithms, but I do a lot of them, and I've realized that all I like doing is programming them to pick winners, and whether or not I bet on it is actually secondary. And so I have the worst luck when I bet, and I've always had the worst betting luck, even though I win money some years. But my luck is absolutely terrible, and I find losers. So instead of suffering and complaining, I'm just going to do the algorithms, send them out to you guys when I do them, and I'm never making a bet again. I don't care. I just like to watch back because everyone's saying you're on fire, everything's great. I think basketball did really well yesterday, right? Like here's a look at NBA today. Watch out for injuries here and stuff like that. I'm not even going to talk about the games because everything I say is wrong. You just look at it. But yesterday, I mean, again, like I think we won a ton of games on the spread. Everyone's like, we're on fire. I was like, how is this on fire? And I guess we knew about injuries and like, I don't know, injuries changed, by the way, health changed. So this looked a little different yesterday. But I don't know. People said good things are happening. So good for you guys. All right. Now let's get back to college basketball though. So for those of you who are updating this file, I brought in the odds for today, and there's a really quick way to update it, which is not optimal, but it's a quicker way, which is just to put in the odds and press refresh, and you get something like that when you press refresh in here. But what you haven't done is do other things like you need to update this school stats table by hitting refresh here. I've already done that, but you need to do that in this sheet. And you also need to update the player stats and really especially the injury report. So you have to subscribe to RotoWire to get that and to download those. And I've shown that in previous videos as recent as yesterday. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that stuff in right now and show you why it's important if we kind of glance. Now, did we fill in the injury report entirely? No, there's one less guy injured today. Dylan White is not injured twice. All right, so that's done. Then you do the team stats part of this, which goes under team stats right here. And then you do the player stats. And that's going to update for everything that has happened up until yesterday. And we've made this easy so that this thing is the correct length, I believe, and we don't have to see so many players. I mean, look at how many players it is. 5,001 we're up to, right? So you now refresh the injury report. You don't have to do anything with the formulas because no new injury types extended this pivot table here, so you're fine. Now, I do want, this is another reason why I wanted to do this video, is I adjusted the distribution in the standing sheet after reviewing yesterday's games. And that's something else you can do every day when you enter in results. But let's see what happens as we refresh this. Remember what we were looking at. As a matter of fact, it's kind of fun. Don't worry about it. We won't waste time. Refresh, does it move? No, nothing moves. Why? Interesting. Absolutely nothing changed. So no player stats were affected. No point projections were affected. Everything, this had been refreshed already, so this was good. But I guess absolutely nothing changed. I'm surprised to see that. Health, nothing changed? Wow. Or if it did, it was so quick that I didn't catch it. All right, well, then whatever you've done may look like this. And as you're, like I said, as you're entering in scores for the day, you'll start to be able to then look at this standing sheet and adjust distributions of different things. It gets really complicated, but you basically can go through and see where these teams compared. And I was trying to make it more accurate with the outcomes of the games. And what we've done in this version of the file where it's only one day at a time, you can see this is our entire data set in the cube. It's not all of the historical games. Basically, you'd have to save a copy of this file each day and then go back and look at it, or yeah, that's really what you'd want to do, unless you want to stack the results at the bottom. You can start stacking the results here at the bottom, and we can do that. You can do that by when, once you typed in the results of the game, like let's say we got every game exactly right or whatever, and you had results in these games, you would copy the results here essentially all the way down, and not all the way down. You would copy them from whatever you want to copy essentially, which is like this area, I think. And you take that and you could just add it as a value right here at the bottom. Okay? But you also got to put the right date in and freeze the date. So if this would be for the 21st, you'd want to freeze the date here on that as well. And you can basically freeze your historical records, and then when if you make this a different day, as you can see, the date doesn't even want to do it right. Let's make it the 20th. If you make it the 20th, right, like here, then when you go back to the results pivot sheet and refresh, you all of a sudden have the options of your historical days to look at the results when we unfilter stuff. So for those of you who want to compile the data to take at this point forward and to see what your historical thing would have done, that is how you would do it at the end of the day after you've entered in all the scores. And that's some of the behind the scenes work that go into the file that a lot of you probably don't realize happens at the end of the night, and why I say this stuff, why I can't focus on this stuff when I'm in the middle of payroll programs and a lot of other things that I'm working on right now that just take a predominant most of my day. But I definitely want to show you guys how to do this so you can absolutely run the same thing, because I hear good comments, and when you do sports betting stuff and you're predicting stuff and people are risking their own money and you have real life results that happen, usually you get a lot of angry comments and people are like, man, you gave me bad picks. I lost my kid's child support today. What's wrong with you? No, you get funny stuff, not funny stuff, but you get bad stuff like that and people angry with you. I have to say that nobody complains about losing with my picks. I mean, it's been a long time since I fielded a complaint about somebody saying your algorithm stinks, Ken, and you suck. No, that doesn't happen. It's a lot of people saying, I respect what you do. I understand it's all based on the numbers. And if it gets something wrong, it gets something wrong. But boy, does it get a lot right, and it gives you so much aid in handicapping it because it provides so much insight. So in that sense, it is a productive use of some time, but it's not productive every day. I just got to do other stuff. So good luck, everybody. If you do one thing today, learn how to use Excel, because I don't know what to pick other than what the pot of gold picks are. Home underdogs. Oh my God, there are 3 of them. Are you kidding? Bad strength. I'm not talking about college basketball. Other stuff to do. Good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning.